That music is so abrupt when we come into this. We've really got to figure out a way for that to fade. My production mind, it drives me crazy when we just go, bah, and then it's just there. I know you guys probably don't care about all that stuff, but I've been in the TV business for too long. We got to get that fixed. You hear me, Dave? We got to get that fixed. I don't know how to get it fixed, but anyway. I am appreciative of you guys who jump on so early in the morning for Before the Noise. You 4 a.m.ers, man, that's some commitment to it. And, you know, our numbers, they've fallen off quite a bit. I don't really care about the numbers, but occasionally I have to see them because we have sponsors, and I have people who send me the messages to tell me that the numbers are doing this or that. And I'm like, you know, this type of show, with Before the Noise, like, I'm very protective of it. Like, every now and then I'll have these sponsors who will come along and they want me to interview people on Before the Noise. And I'm like, no, we're not interviewing people on Before the Noise. Like if I thought there was somebody worth having who was going to devotionally or inspirationally bless you, but talking to an advertiser on Before the Noise, absolutely not. I'm not stealing your time on that. I'm like, you understand that that these people get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning to be a part of this live. I'm not going to have some guy come on here and tell me about whatever movie he's about to release. We're not talking about that stuff. We're going to stay in the Word. So hopefully you can appreciate that level of commitment on my part to protect your time, because that's our special time. It really is. It's our special time. I got to take a sip of water. I'm so thirsty this morning. And David, I mean, God bless David Medina for getting up when he does on Tuesdays and Thursdays. He's always up anyway, but to come on here and live produce this show. And yeah, so I mean, he's out in Portland, Oregon. I'm going to Pacific time today. Party Foul Steve, I'll talk to him in a minute. I'm going to Pacific time today. I'm going to be out there close. Be out there close. I can't get away from him. We do count the replays too. I'm talking about views in general. We see them all. I don't care, but the live doesn't matter. We count all numbers. You have to do that in the podcast business. But I did not start Before the Noise on the basis of trying to start a business. See, that's the thing. We have some people who want to come along and sponsor Before the Noise, and I'm very thankful that they do, but that's not why we started it. Nobody's getting rich for certain doing podcasting, but, well, there's a couple out there in the world, but we're not. And we're thankful that they help pay some bills. But I did not start Before the Noise. I started that at the direction of the Lord. And I was thinking about how when I first started this, whenever we did, I guess last October or something, it all runs together on me. But when we started Before the Noise, well, gosh, I guess it was prior to that even, when I was just doing 10 and 15 minutes. And there might have just been a couple of hundred people that were watching. And it was such a blessing to do that 10 or 15 minutes. And now that we're doing an hour, it's very different. And I have to be very careful to protect my own heart with that, because I don't want Before the Noise to become just another podcast. It's a sacred thing. The Lord woke me up 3 o'clock in the morning with the idea of Before the Noise, and even gave me the name for it. So I'm very, very protective of that because I'm protective of you, those of you who join me for it. So anyway. And then, of course, doing the Chad Prather Show. I've been doing that for 12 years. And the nature of that, if you followed for any length of time, you know, we used to scream and yell about the headlines. I don't really do that anymore. I don't have the heart for it anymore. It doesn't do any good. I don't want to. Why in the world? I mean, I see, like, I'm looking at the numbers right now on Rumble, and there's a few people who peel off because they're not interested. They want somebody else to go yell at them about the headlines. Y'all can do that. I mean, it's never produced anything. It's never produced anything lasting, yelling about the headlines. We could talk about it. We can give our take on it. But I'd much rather tell you guys how I believe that Jesus is king and his kingdom is ruling and reigning over the nations of the earth. And he's in control, and how optimistically you guys have something to hold on to called hope in him. And regardless of what comes along, like these people just breathlessly, I made a post yesterday about something we're going to talk about in the episode today. I made a post about it on X last night. These people just breathlessly come on there wanting to correct you and fight you and argue with you. And I'm like, okay, you win. Good for you. What'd you get? You get a sucker? I mean, you get a prize. You get a little Werther's candy out of somebody's pocket. I mean, yay for you. You were more accurate. I mean, yeah, you had 4 hours to get all the information to come back and correct me. But, you know, look, good for you. Somebody ought to pat your bobo and make you feel good about yourself. I just don't. It's just not why. That's not the way I'm wired anymore, man. And I hope you guys can live with that. And if all I ever do is just spend the rest of my life, however much longer the Lord's given me on this earth, to tell people about Jesus and what He's doing in my life and what He's done in my life, then I'll be happy with that. I'll be content until I disappear out into the woods somewhere. You guys can't find me. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let me tell you guys, I'm going to make this up as I go. Let's make up for this. Let's tell you about BIRCH GOLD real quick. Speaking of sponsors, text Chad to 989898. They'll send you the free no obligation information kit. If you're invested anywhere, if you're invested in the stock market and you're just diversified across different, industries or whatever, that's not diversification. You need to have your money going to different systems. And one of the keys is have it in physical precious metals. BIRCH GOLD to help you do that. That's real diversification. And gold's not going anywhere. Precious metals aren't going anywhere. So make sure a portion of your investment portfolio is backed by precious metals. So text Chad to 989898, and what that will do for you is they'll send you a free no obligation information kit on how to do that. They'll walk you through the process. And right now, if you're a first-time precious metals buyer, you might qualify for a $10,000 rebate through them in precious metals. So that's a pretty good time. And you've got until May 28th or 29th. You better get on that pretty quick because we're halfway through the month right here. And but I love those guys. Text Chad to 989898, and that tremendously helps us around here. So, all right, Party Foul Steve, what's up, my boo? What's up, Bubba?
Good morning. Out here, very early morning. Man, big changes in my world yesterday happened.
What happened?
We had to shuffle some flights around. I'm actually going home today. I'll be traveling back to Texas for today. And then I'm going to hop on a plane Monday and fly right back to California.
All right.
And they're going to keep me out here for at least another week.
Yeah.
And then I get to go home for a day or two, and then it's to Oklahoma for 6-8 weeks straight.
Right on. You got a lot going on, homie.
A lot going on. A lot. They had to shuffle a bunch of schedules around, and they said, "Hey, we need you." So,
all right. I'm available. Good to be needed.
Yeah, it is good to be needed.
You and Tony gonna be like ships passing in the night, bro.
Oh, well, she'll get to come. I'm in Oklahoma. She'll get to come up on weekends, so I'll give her something to do. Bring her to Oklahoma City.
Well, that's like conjugal visits, man.
Yeah, I'll be at Tinker Air Force Base for 6 or 8 weeks. So.
Yeah. I'm in excruciating pain and have been all morning long. Guess what it is?
I don't even want to say the G word.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No way.
I
thought that went away completely. I thought
well, it never goes away completely, but it's always there. But I have not had flare-ups in the last couple of years, but I have in the last couple of weeks. Yeah. And colchicine and stuff like that. Anybody that knows me knows about the gout. And I know people are going to start telling me what to do about gout. Save your breath and save your thumbs. You don't have to. This is a long-standing condition with me. I have literally done it all, and no, it's not too much red meat. I assure you it's not.
Facebook medical help.
Yeah, I made that post yesterday.
Yeah, that was funny.
But my ankle, I don't get it in my toe. I get it in my ankle, and I've got to travel today. And the mystery of gout is a crazy, crazy thing. And my gout doesn't behave like most people who get gout, most flare-ups. It just doesn't. And you've been with me when I've cut everything out.
I've pushed you through an airport in a wheelchair because you couldn't walk. So.
I mean, with that kind of pain, and some people do get it from seafood. I do not. My brother can't get near. He can't get in the same room as a shrimp, and his toe flares up. I don't have that. And it's just I have high, I got a lot of purines, and that acid that gets in there and causes all that stuff it goes up and down, man. So yeah, I haven't had it for like 2.5 years, and And I think one of the things I got to go back to is Make Wellness taking the fit, drinking the fit.
Yeah,
The fit really does help with Make Wellness.
I would throw my link up. I don't know where my link is.
I bet you will throw it up there.
I thought my Make Wellness link. Get on those peptides. And
well, that's another thing. You heard me talking about what social media is penalizing. It's one of the reasons why people say, you still with Make Wellness? Oh, every day. But to talk about peptides right now, there's so many peptide advertisements out there that social media is penalizing the word peptide.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that. I know that now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So it is ridiculous.
I had a friend of mine just started a brand new peptide company and reached out to me yesterday, and we're going to talk about it this weekend. It's a business opportunity that, have to see. I want to see what it's about. I'm not committing to anything. I do well with the Make Wellness. I'll keep doing that.
Do all the business opportunities, man.
I got multiple streams of income. That's what I'm after these days.
Get you about 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah.
Somebody said eat a lot of celery. Let me tell you what's not going to happen in Chad's life.
I like celery with my wings.
I can't stand it. I can't stand celery, and I'll eat it like Holy Trinity, like if it's cooked in something, or carrots. Raw carrots. It's like eating dirt, bro. Like eating dirt. Celery too. It's like eating dirt.
I'm not big on raw carrots, but the raw celery with some chicken wings.
No,
I'm gonna eat that.
Negative.
Man,
I've seen you.
I made a pot of spaghetti last night that was amazing, killer. Like, it was good stuff. I didn't have any celery though.
All right, I hope not in the chili. All right, so is anybody? I mean, if I say Anthony Fauci, is anybody surprised about this? You got this whistleblower who's come forward. This is a CIA whistleblower. You take this for what it's worth, but he testified about Fauci. Play the clip.
But your conclusion is that changing from the scientific consensus of it being from a lab to a neutral position by the CIA was significantly influenced by Anthony Fauci?
It was significantly influenced by Anthony Fauci's injecting himself into the IC. And to go to the second part of your question about what happened, particularly during the 90-day study, we have documentation that shows that as of August 12th, the CIA was considering calling this a lab leak, August 12th of 2021. And then that changed on August 17th of 2021. Right. And unfortunately, because the CIA would not provide us documentation that we asked for, we have no idea why that changed. And that's
And they weren't alone, because we know the FBI was coming to the same conclusion that it was lab leak, as well as the FBI.
Now, nothing's going to be done about it because, again, crimes against humanity don't get punished. We know that in this day and age. I wish they did. I mean, what Anthony Fauci foisted on the American people is pure evil. Pure evil.
How much of that do you believe was influenced by our federal government, though, for him to help spin their deception of where things came from?
I don't know what you're asking exactly, but I will tell you this: they're all guilty.
They're all guilty. It's part of a spin. They have to spin this in a thing to make it look like one thing when it's something else.
Well, I don't know exactly what you mean by that either. Like, I don't know what they're spinning it into. I just know that Fauci had the one,
If they were trying to cover up our government's involvement into...
who's they? Wait. We're off the
federal
rails.
Government. I don't care if it's Trump or our administration, whatever.
So you're saying the federal government's spinning what? Spinning the story of the lab leak?
They didn't want it to be a lab leak because if it's a lab leak of stuff that we are funding, if we're funding that lab, then we're as guilty as anybody, right? And I say we, I mean...
Well, we are guilty.
United States.
We are guilty. I mean, this is something that was funded. I mean, gain of function, the whole thing was funded. It was funded by, but I mean, again, Fauci was the ringleader who, at the forefront of the thing, spun the whole deal up of saying that this started in a wet market and everything else. That this was not a lab leak. I mean, we've caught the guy lying over and over again. Nobody wants. This ultimately was to boost the big pharma sales for a vaccine. It's you never listen. You never listen to health advice from people who want to engage in population control. The thing that bothers me about this is people will get all spun up over the Epstein list, and they should be spun up over that. But how many people lost their lives? And this includes children. How many people lost their lives? How many people were tormented, tortured, suffered through that pandemic crap, and nobody's being held accountable for that? Like again, we're picking and choosing our crimes against humanity to be most offended by. And you can testify about this stuff. We know that Fauci, we know the federal government, we know that that Big Pharma, we know that all of these alphabet agencies were involved in this thing to literally fearmonger and population control, mind control. It was a big psyop. And they lied to us about how they released a synthetic virus on the world. And, you know, forget the fact that we had to wear masks and hazmat suits and socially distance. People died because of this. And this is, nothing's going to be done about it.
So was it an accidental leak or an on-purpose leak?
I think it was on purpose. I think the whole thing was created on purpose. I think the thing was leaked on purpose. I mean, and the reason I do is because this is the stuff that got me in trouble a long time ago. This is why we didn't grow on YouTube for years, because I said these things. I mean, Fauci was responsible for wiping out an entire generation in the 80s in Africa with the AIDS virus. I mean, and again, that's a big blanket statement. There's a lot of nuances to that. Allegedly, but no, it was. I mean, the dude literally, an entire generation of people were wiped out. Again, I'm not going to take health advice from people who are preaching population control, and that's whether it's Fauci, whether it's Bill Gates, whoever it may be, the World Economic Forum, or you know, the World Health Organization.
Yeah, but that just puts that. To me, it makes me believe that Fauci was a puppet for, whether it be Big Pharma or the government.
Well, he's an easy one to he's an evil guy that they can bring out and make the face of something, and some people are going to laud him as a hero. And now look at the residual effects right now of the, what did we used to call it on the Chad Prather show, the blah blah, the vaccine. Yeah. We couldn't say the word vaccine. We called it the blah blah for years on the Blaze. You know, well, somebody went and got the blah blah. And now look how many people are dealing with myocarditis. Look how many people who are having heart failure. Look at the people who are having blood clots. And I mean, at what stage in the game do you go, big medicine killed us? Yeah. I mean, they did. They just did.
I think they always have been, because most of the time, the cure is worse than the disease.
Yeah. And so, people are eating up with this stuff. And the thing about it is, you say, well, I'm unvaccinated. No, you're not. You're not. Because of the shedding, you've been around people who are, and now we all are. Yeah. We've all been exposed to it. And so then Josh Hawley elaborated on this thing a little bit. Pull this up right here. Play this.
Holly, we're at the COVID cover-up hearing right now. You just said we don't have a democracy anymore. Can you elaborate on why you think that is?
This witness just testified under oath that the COVID origins report that the last administration issued was false. When it said that there's no evidence of Wuhan lab-related activity in COVID, that was false. He just testified that when the last administration said that they were turning over all of the information that they could related to COVID, that's totally false. They gave us 5 pages. He said there are thousands and thousands and thousands of pages that were never turned over. I mean, it's unbelievable. We have basically a systematic effort to violate the laws of Congress, to lie to the American people, to mislead the American people, and it's still going on. The deep state actors, it is still going on. If you've got people who will just not follow the laws of Congress and will lie openly to the American people, I don't know how you can hope to preserve our country. I just don't know how you can do it.
Well, the follow-up question that is, and what are you going to do about it, Josh? What are you going to do about it? I mean, they built a multi-billion-dollar campaign to get you to get a medical procedure in response to this BS. And
they're working on the next one right now.
And they're doing the best to do it. So, let's get some law and order. Let's get a little justice going. I'm tired of the hearings. We're all tired of the hearings. And so, okay, so this guy came out and he testified and he got the shock face on. Oh, he just really testified to that. Well, I testified about it in 2020, and nobody wanted to listen to me on that. First rule of the Chad Prather Show is Chad's always right. But what are you going to do about it? It's treasonous, murderous, seditious.
Well, hang on for the next one. So they're going to.
I mean, what are you going to do?
They're going to
live or die.
Yeah.
So, anyway. All right, Neutronics Labs, man. This stuff, I've been taking their sleep formula, and I love it. I go to bed at 9 o'clock. I go to bed. I'm awake at 3. What is that? 9? See, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. That's 6 hours. That's about all you need, right?
I go to bed at 7:30 out here.
Yeah, it's
so I can get up at 3:30.
It's brutal, but I will tell you this. Besides their sleep formula, Neutronics Labs has some incredible stuff that helps men's testosterone levels. It's called Men's Edge. And it's naturally boosting men's testosterone levels because it combines the fenugreek, the IGF-1, and the nitrous oxide, and some other powerful ingredients to support those healthy testosterone levels and boost them naturally. So fenugreek is an amazing thing. It actually has been proven to increase testosterone levels by up to 50%, 46%. And it's not like traditional pills and powders. It's going to deliver a 98% absorption rate because you put it under your tongue and hold it there. And it's pretty good stuff. They're doing some giveaways right now. If you sign up to auto ship, you get 50% off of every order, plus you get a free bottle of the IGF-1 plus 300,000 with Long Jack. You're like, what in the world is that? Trust me, it's good stuff. But it's a serious offer, and that's some good stuff. So go to neutronicslabs.com/Chad. Use promo code CHAD, I spell it Chad, to get an additional 10% off. If you're listening, that's Neutronics, NUTRONICS, labs.com, neutronicslabs.com/Chad. And reclaim your edge. Steve, I caught a little flack for posting this last night. But again, it was on Fox News. Jesse Waters had Anna Paulina Luna on, and she was talking about the CIA raiding Tulsi Gabbard's office. All right, so upon further investigation, what I said in my X post was not untrue. It might not have been a, quote, raid. That was what Fox News called it, though. But they said CIA has raided DNI Tulsi Gabbard's office to seize documents regarding MkUltra. I've done episodes about MkUltra. That's CIA mind control and the JFK files. So apparently this happened. They came in and confiscated files that belonged to them. They didn't necessarily raid it. And it didn't happen just yesterday either. This happened a little while back. So, but anyway, they still seized the files. And a whistleblower alleges that the CIA illegally monitored, go back down, the computer and phone usage of Gabbard's investigators during the probe onto the COVID-19 Orange cover-up. So this is the same dude who just talked about all this stuff. And so basically he's tying it all back together, saying that during this period of time, the Americans were being spied on illegally while carrying out duties directed by the president under the authority of the Director of National Intelligence. So this is that same guy. Play that clip.
The CIA refused to provide information necessary to understand why analytical standards at the CIA were violated. The CIA illegally monitored the computer and phone usage of DIG personnel, their investigations, and contact with whistleblowers. These were Americans being spied upon illegally while executing duties directed by the president and under the authority of the Director of National Intelligence. One CIA contractor assisting with the DIG's investigation into the events that transpired between 2022 and 2023 was fired by the CIA one day after meeting with the DIG. When the DIG ceased operations, the CIA also took back 40 boxes of JFK files and MkUltra files being processed for declassification by DNI Gabbard.
All right, so whether it happened yesterday or it happened 2 years ago or a year ago, whenever it was, I don't know when it was. I mean, Tulsi Gabbard hadn't been in there that long. What, we're at a year and a half now, getting up on a year and a half?
Yeah.
They come in there and start taking files on MkUltra. That's a little concerning to me.
Yeah.
You're talking about CIA mind control, which, again, go back to COVID. I mean, again, that we saw that PSYOP in real time. We lived through that. That was mind control. But again, you look at the Trump derangement syndrome. You can't convince me otherwise that that's not a form of mind control. But again, that's neither here nor there. Now, remember, just on Tuesday, we told you John Brennan went on MS Now, formerly MSNBC. Do we have that clip, David? Let's pull it right back up. And let me remind you what John Brennan said the other day about who's still on the inside. Play it.
He has succeeded largely in turning DOJ and the FBI into political arms of his political operation. What still exists in the system to slow that down?
Well, I think, as Liz mentioned, there's still a legion of professionals in the law enforcement environment, the Department of Justice, as well as the CIA and other places, the ones who are refusing to follow politically motivated prosecutions, those who are refusing to support any type of political activities on the part of the Trump administration that are inconsistent with the authorities, the responsibilities of the intelligence community, law enforcement community, and Department of Justice.
He has succeeded largely.
So again, he just said they still got people on the inside who are fighting against, fighting for truth. In other words, anything that Trump says, they're anti that. The DNI is the boss of the CIA. Tulsi Gabbard ultimately is over them. And the CIA can't operate on American soil, so they can't go in legally and raid the DNI's office. But if they can go in there, they're confiscating some files that are legally theirs. That's one thing. But they don't have that kind of power. The CIA doesn't have the power. Like, legally, they don't have the jurisdiction to go in and raid. They don't have the jurisdiction. I mean, do they do things on American soil? Come on, I ain't stupid.
100%.
But again, they can't publicly, legally do that. And so it's all, they're listening to us right now. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at my phone. I know they're listening to us. So, a lot of people lost their freaking mind over the deal. And I'm like, okay, none of the stuff that you're posting to contradict me is contradicting me. They still went in and got these files out of this office. What are they doing with them? They're not revealing them to the American people, I can tell you that.
No, it's just cover up and hide behind a curtain.
Yeah, they're not being transparent with anything. So, that's the deal. I will tell you this. I can't stand, hang on. No. Oh, this is one of our favorites right here, Steve, Harvest Hosts.
Oh, there we go.
Every time Harvest Host pops up, I think there's something different. This is the one you did some research on. Harvest Host is awesome, man, because you people who go out there on the road trips and you take your RV, you can park that thing anywhere with Harvest Host, right?
Yeah.
Like 9,500 locations across the U.S., and it's not the places where you think you can go take your RV.
No,
That's where Steve steps in and goes, yeah, Chad, exactly.
No, I was going to say, sorry. I did a deep dive on them. I like to check out our sponsors. I like to see what they're about.
Yeah. But
this is a good one.
And it's only $79 a year. And you can go wherever you're traveling to. Like my buddy Lou Kramer, I just saw him the other day, and he was driving to go get his daughter. He was on his way to go get his daughter from Ole Miss and take her back. She's going to USC, to South Carolina, not California. And he was driving the RV, and he's just parking that thing everywhere. And I said, man, you need a Harvest Host. $79 a year, and it's pretty unique places to park the RV. RV, baby.
They have all the access to all the places.
Yeah. It's cool. I mean, all these places where you can park, and it's not necessarily an RV park. So anyway, kind of cool if they're a member of the deal. So you can go to use promo code Prather25, Prather 25, get 25% off your Harvest Host membership. That's harvesthost.com, and use the promo code Prather25 so they know we sent you. You RVers out there, you're looking for some unique RV spots to overnight. This is a pretty good deal right here. So $79 a year plus you get 25% off of that. I love it. All right, let's do some pinheads. I got to get on the road. I got to go to the airport.
Yeah, me too. As soon as this is over, we're
Yeah.
both going to the airport and going opposite directions.
We will pass each other, dude. I gotta. Where you going? You flying straight home or you got a layover?
No, I'm flying straight home. We do nonstop first class flights.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, I can't do that from where I am. I have to do a layover today. I got a layover in Dallas.
Yeah, because you're flying out of the cabin in the woods.
Yeah, I'm taking off from the treetops, baby. I need a bigger jet. I went and picked up Co Wetzel from the airport a couple of weeks ago, and he comes flying in. You know, Co's a pretty big boy, and he gets off that citation he was on, and I was like, I want one even bigger than that, bro. Like I need to get there in a hurry. Like I just want to get there in a hurry, but I got to fly through Dallas today. Let's jump onto some pinheads. This is way more fun. Here's a dude in Walmart. What could go wrong in Walmart? I like following at Clown World. Whoever does that does some pretty good stuff. Panola, Georgia, baby. This is not Panola, Georgia. That's on Panola Road is where that is. I know right where this Walmart is. I used to go to this Walmart. Probably still got my DNA in there. Play the clip. Bros have a bad day. What's he busting there? Starbucks bottles? Bam. Beer bottles. Boom.
Just
What's
prohibition.
I'm just telling you that if you've ever been to the Walmart on Panola Road there in Georgia, this doesn't surprise you at all. Not at all. Old boy was just having him a day. He done had enough. I got to get my Twitter acting right. Oh, I will be next week. I see the post there. I will be in Little Rock, Arkansas at the Looney Bin. I'm actually driving to Little Rock next week. I'm going to go see my buddy Jeff Allen and do his podcast in Nashville Wednesday. And Jeff Allen's a great comedian. And I'm doing his podcast on Wednesday, and then I'm going to keep on going. So I'll be doing Before the Noise from the road, from the hotel rooms. Chud the Builder. So have you followed this guy at all?
No, I just saw something about him yesterday. It was the first time I've ever heard of him.
Yeah, he's got some stuff. I mean, it's a wonder he's still hadn't had his butt beat a few times. You know, he would have something specific to say about that guy busting beer bottles in the Panola Walmart. But this is a guy who keeps going out and he's constantly confronting black people. It's kind of backfired on him a little bit. He was over there and apparently this guy jumped him, started beating him up, and he pulled his gun and shot the guy and shot himself. Shot himself in the arm.
That's what I heard. He had shot himself.
Yeah, he started slinging lethal pills there, and one of them got him in the arm, and I think the guy died that he shot. I might be wrong on that. Yeah, he's the one who gets pretty racially charged on just trying to get the reaction videos.
Well, he got a reaction, didn't he?
Well, you know, you could do that for so long.
I was going to say the things that people are doing these days for content, they got to step it up a level. They got to step it up a level. They're going to push it. You push the wrong person, they're pushing back.
Yeah. So anyway, he might have had a few choice words to say for the guy busting beer bottles in the Walmart. So there he is. He shot himself in the arm or his leg or whatever he did. Huh. This was where was he? He was Montgomery County. Was that in Tennessee? I think he was in Tennessee. He was in Nashville.
That's people from your state.
Not my state.
Wait, I heard you were a Tennessee Volunteers fan now.
Yeah, you hear some people say that's AI.
I've seen you in orange.
Some people say that's AI, Steve.
Do you still pay attention to Georgia Bulldogs or?
I've never stopped.
Okay.
Yeah, Steve's been out there with He's been out there with the gays in California. He don't know what he's talking about.
Dude, that's not. I have seen a lot of those, but it's the number of homeless on the embankments of every highway and every road, every corner is insane.
Don't get tempted, Steve.
I'm not tempted to go homeless.
Told you about them soils this morning from Mark chapter 4, man. Don't let that thorny soil get that seed out from you, son.
Oh, dude, I got my old roots are pushing up through the concrete right now. So.
Right. Charles Barkley said that we're a nation full of homophobes, a homophobic society. Charles, we live in a homophobic society. Play the clip. What's Chuck got to say?
If another guy did it, it would still be a big deal because we live in a homophobic society. And that's unfortunate. That's why, first of all, anybody who think we ain't got a bunch of gay players in all sports, they're just stupid. But there is such animosity toward the gay community, and that's what's really unfortunate. But anybody think him, and I know a couple other soccer players that came out, if you think there are not more gay players in the NFL, Major League Baseball, and the NBA, you're just stupid.
You just do it. It's unfathomable. I don't. Well, who's he talking about?
Yeah,
I ain't scared of gays. I'm not phobic.
I'm scared of all of them.
You afraid they're gonna rub something on you?
Yeah, I don't want that. I'm lying.
Maybe Chuck's gay. I don't know.
Hey, I bet he's been gay. He's been on the down low.
You think so?
He's okay with it.
I mean, that's unconscionable. Whatever. Anyway, the Mets, New York Mets, just being the Mets, I guess. Let's see
Speaking
what happens.
of homos.
Yeah, Mets. Play the clip.
Just never cease to be amazed by watching this team, man.
Oh, he pulled a Billy Buckner.
How is this possible? In this team, man.
Yeah.
In this team, man.
Tripped over the base.
How is this possible,
He didn't have the ball.
Oh, he didn't have the ball.
That's a throwback to when he booted it in the World Series when it rolled between his legs. Bill Buckner.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, who cares about the Mets? What did the Giants do? David's sending me these notes. So what did the Giants do? See me. Speaking of, here you go. Look at this. CC Sabathia posted this.
3 in the 9th, and very nice.
Where's Charles Barkley? He's right. Charles is Barkley. Charles Barkley's right. Gays are in all the sports.
Okay.
Sabathia said he's glad he's retired.
That number 51, he threw his hands up. He wasn't doing all that. They were doing it to him. He was like, nope.
Oh, no, he got it. Well, a Japanese boy didn't want to do it.
No, he's homophobic.
Yeah, well, he's Japanese. He's been in that bathhouse. He wasn't ready to repeat that performance again.
He's like, no way, Jose.
No. Which basically is saying, don't be gay on me. Don't be gay on me.
Somebody said, what about butt smacking? Yeah, all sports, them boys been smacking each other on butts forever.
Everybody gets a little butt smack.
That's how the coaches started that. Them like touch boys.
What are you even talking about, Steve? Where's your head?
I don't know.
Steve just says things. It's too early.
It's already on an airplane on the way home.
I love this clip right here. This is an old one, but this girl who says her dog is a vegetarian. And watch how quick. Just play the clip. This is hilarious.
And she seemed to perk up, be a lot happier.
Does she like it straight away? Like you put that food down, she doesn't turn her nose up?
She likes more of the wet food type thing. Yeah. It's more palatable as she's drinking loads of water. But no, really took to it.
2 bowls here, right?
Oh, no.
One is full of vegetables and one is full of meat.
Oh, amen.
Storm,
Right.
Storm, we hate to put the temptation in front of you.
You ready for lunch, Storm?
Right?
Oh,
let her go.
Let her go?
Oh,
she's obviously going to go. Obviously. Oh, you little...
Yes.
I didn't
And there is.
A dog's going to eat what it needs to eat. and it knows its body needs something, so it went for what it needed at that moment.
David, I know you can hear that Steve's analyzing the dog dietary deal right here, rather than just having a good laugh at the dog eating meat instead of veggies.
Let me ask you this though: when let's say a pack of wolves jump on an animal, what's the first thing they eat?
The guts.
They go into the stomach and intestines and eat what that animal's been eating.
There you
go. They go for some veggies in the stomach of a.
Steve's been in California too long. He's thinking about innards.
They like veggies. Dogs like veggies. My dogs eat anything. They eat Pop-Tarts.
So my dogs, are y'all familiar with this stuff called Mave? It's an organic dog food. I try to give the dogs stuff that have actual enzymes in it. Because you've heard Glenn Beck talk about whatever, rough greens forever. I've talked about rough greens where your dog food is a dead food. It doesn't have enzymes in it. So that's why your dog poop stays in the yard for 50 years. There's nothing to eat it. Like you poop in the yard and your poop's going to go away.
You're just proving what I said about the enzymes and stuff going for the stomach and the intestines. So
well, again, I'm not saying you won't. I mean, that's why your dog will go out and eat grass. If the dog feels a deficiency, your dog will eat grass. And it's usually a sign that something's wrong with the dog. But they don't eat the contents of the stomach. They eat the guts out.
They'll eat the contents of it too.
Only if it gets in the way. But again, I go back to this Mave dog food. It comes in this bag. It's expensive. Don't judge me. It's expensive, but we mix it at night with the dry dog food. Those dogs, and it's frozen. Dude, it's frozen. Those dogs are all about it. It's got vegetables in it. I mean, those dogs, they know when that stuff's coming out. They're excited about it. But it's real food. But they eat it frozen.
Palatable to their taste buds.
Yeah. Quite honestly, I don't know. What's Donald Trump? Has Donald Trump put his foot in his mouth in China? Has he put his foot in his mouth in China since he's been there? I'm sure he has. Oh, big China, Mr. Weezer, China.
He'll be eating out of a big wok.
Remember when he was in Japan, dumping the fish food in the koi pond like the Hirohito did? Shinsu. Anyway, I can only imagine. What Trump's doing is when China is smart, though, taking those CEOs over there. He is smart in doing that because basically he's saying, this is what you guys stand to lose if you don't do business. If you keep backing Iran, this is what all you stand to lose because China's on a tight budget. I think their GDP is only up by like 1%. And so they're tight. Budgetarily, property-wise, they're tight. Like they're overcrowded. And so taking all of those CEOs with him, what did he take, like 17 major CEOs with him? He's basically saying to Xi Jinping, this is what you stand to lose if you keep backing Iran.
And real heavy in the tech world.
Yeah.
And building the equipment and stuff that those guys invented.
Yeah, and this is some art of the deal stuff. Like this is like he's not going over there saying Taiwan. Like Taiwan's the unspoken, unmentionable. But I guarantee you, Taiwan is the biggest thing on everybody's mind. But Trump is basically saying, hey, you keep doing all this crazy stuff. This is what you stand to lose. We'll take all of this away from you. And pretty smart, I think. We'll see how it comes out. But China's struggling in a lot of ways. So, and I think that basically, the deal is like Russia is fine not to intervene as long as you sort of take your hands off of Ukraine. Notice America got real quiet about Ukraine.
Yeah, nobody's saying anything about Ukraine.
Even the left, even the Democrats, nobody's saying anything about Ukraine. The Ukraine just sort of became an off-the-table topic. And I think that was Russia's way of saying, hey, you can do all of this stuff over there. Like, you can deal with Iran, but we're gonna take Ukraine off the table with that. And I don't know if I agree with that or not, but I think that's what happened. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And I think that's what he's doing with China, too, is basically saying, okay, let's talk about Taiwan without talking about Taiwan. These are all, and Iran as well, mix it all together. This is what you're going to stand to lose. So, anyway, nobody talks about Ukraine anymore. I saw a headline about Zelensky yesterday or the day before, and I was like, that guy's still here. Forgot about him. So
that's coming to an end, right?
Don't know. I don't have a clue what's going on in Ukraine. but I think it was taken off the table, even with the left. Nobody's wearing that Ukraine pin anymore. Everybody was all up in arms about Ukraine. Nobody's talking about Ukraine. I think it got taken off the table. All right, I'm going to the airport. Steve, I love you.
Love you too. I'm headed to as soon as I'm off, I'm headed to the airport too.
Yeah. Y'all run over there and watch Graham Allen. He'll yell at you about some stuff.
Should I raid Graham Allen's show?
Sure. Yeah, you can raid over to Graham.
That's fun.
And
I'll wait till we're finished till you finish before I raid over there.
Yeah.
I'll do it at the last minute.
I'm reading some of the comments there. All right, no Before the Noise tomorrow morning. Go to Join Above the Noise and join up over there. You can go do a little shopping at shopbeforethenoise.com. Everything you find, everything at beforethenoise.com. It's real simple. I say that. I love you, buddy. Travel safe. Kiss your wife for me.
I sure will.
And you don't have to do it for me, but anyway.
I heard you talk to her yesterday, I think.
Day before yesterday. She shot me a text day before yesterday. You know, she likes to sweet talk me.
Yeah, I know it.
She's talking about
she misses.
She's talking about Before the Noise, blessing her and all that stuff.
Truly blessing.
Yeah, and I'd not heard from Tony in a minute, so I was it's good to hear from her.
She's got some things going on herself. So,
well, I'm gonna limp out of the studio here and go to the pharmacy and get some colchicine, and so maybe I can walk by this afternoon. All right, I'm praying for you, buddy. And
thank you. Love you.
For the rest of you guys out there watching, I'm praying for y'all as well. Y'all pray for David. David's his primary election is Tuesday, the 19th. They're in Oregon, so y'all be praying for him. Support him as you can. At David Medina PDX, as well as follow Party Foul Steve at Party Foul Steve. You can follow me at Watch Chad. And I've been doing a lot of truck videos. Been doing them every day. Put them on the socials over on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, wherever. All the places. Everywhere but X. I truly, truly hate X. I should put them on there. David will put them on there for me, but I don't like putting them on there. I don't like anything on X. I don't like it. I've thought about just deleting my account. And they're penalizing you right now on X, too. It's a mess. It's a mess. I won't get into all that. But anyway. All right. Love you guys. God bless you. And I won't talk to you tomorrow. But I'll talk to you on Monday, Lord willing. I will be on social media. I'll put some clips out, but no shows. All right? Okay? Fair trade. I really do appreciate you guys. I'm so thankful for the organic growth that we've seen happen with Before the Noise particularly, and it's been a blessing in my life just to have you guys be a part of that community. And God's not done. He's still growing some things. He's doing some powerful things in your life. He's doing some powerful things in my life. And I just believe that it's because he's brought us together, and that's the way he does things. So, hey, check that soil of your heart that we talked about earlier. If you missed Before the Noise, go listen where podcasts are offered. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, share it, leave us a rating where podcasts are, and do all the things that you should do that help us. And I will talk to you guys on Monday. Until then, God bless you. I'm praying for you. You pray for me. Bye.